Tens of thousands of people are quitting gig economy platforms right now, like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Walmart, Spark, Instacart, Amazon Flex, and others. And I'll tell you, as someone who's been doing gig work as a gig worker for almost 10 years now, I started in 2015, different cities, basically every single app and niche. I've done a few hours a week. I've done a lot of hours a week. I'll tell you this, that most people that are saying the gig economy is collapsing, that your earnings are tanked and it's not even worth it whatsoever anymore, are wrong. That's not saying, of course, that every single app is gonna make a lot of money and every single app is worth it in every single marketplace. I agree with you on that. Some of these platforms, they're not worth it if it's not working in your marketplace. But here's the truth. In this video, based on my experience talking with thousands of gig workers like you, this is why really gig workers are quitting right now. Think about your own driving. Let me ask you this. Comment down below and I'll show you some results here at the end of the video. Are you driving more than usual for gig apps? Less than usual, about the same? Or are you not driving entirely? Maybe you haven't started yet. Maybe you just quit. What's the main reason why someone would quit a gig app, a side hustle platform? It's not really a surprise. It's typically pay. Surface level, yes, if you're seeing, let's say over 3 months, 5, 7 months, whatever, your pay is going down and down and down and you're driving the same time in the same marketplace on the same app, I get it. Consider their seasonality as well. Maybe you're tracking some of your earnings. I'm getting less bonus pay. I'm getting less company contributions or like base pay. So if the company is just flat out paying less, yes, I get it. And if that threshold falls below your acceptable range of, let's say, your hourly earnings, I get it. But what else? Well, deeper than that, you're not making enough money and it might make you quit because of the following. So number one, I'm not even getting enough offers, order volume. Why would you not even get enough offers? Think about this, especially if you're new. And I think a lot of this kind of pertains to the gig worker that did it for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and they're like, forget it. I've even heard of gig workers that'll do it for a day and they're like, forget it, this isn't worth it after one shift. You might in part not be getting enough offers because you're waiting or staging and or working in the wrong areas of the marketplace. What days of the week, what time, is that positioning, time, etc., the best for that app, for the rideshare apps, for the grocery shopping, the food delivery, whatever it is. If you don't even know when those apps peak, it's like trying to work on catering apps like Deliver That, Zifty, and thinking that 6 p.m. might be the best time to go online. Yes, you can get offers, but those platforms say it's busiest 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So you're just targeting the wrong time. Say you're getting enough offers though, and you're using your personal vehicle. That's another major thing I hear. Like, I tried it, I did this gig app, but it just really wore down my car. It wasn't worth it. If you're wearing down your vehicle and if you're driving too much, and at the end of the day, you look at your pay and you look at your trip odometer because you're tracking your mileage and it just doesn't make sense, you're driving too much. I mean, it's so simple. You're driving too much. You are driving around, either waiting for assignments, doing whatever. You should not be driving. Here's the takeaway. Don't drive without an assignment if you can help it. I try to, this is why we talk about positioning, this is why you should consider subscribing. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. That's why I only want to commute 1 to 3, 4 minutes away, driving those empty miles to a better position. Yes, some marketplaces are more spread out, let's say, than here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so I get it. But if you didn't even realize that strategy and you're just always driving around, I mean, the app didn't wear down your vehicle, you wore down your vehicle by just wasting miles. And it's also up to you because you have the freedom and flexibility as an independent contractor to not accept super far away runs that you don't want to take that would add more miles. The next one's an interesting one that can happen by accident, especially if you're new. So listen to this. And even if you're experienced, it can happen by accident, but it wouldn't be your fault. It would be the app's fault, kind of. And the apps actually have addressed this in part. I got deactivated. The app deactivated me like after my first week of working, so I just quit. I have heard gig workers did not know, hey, DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever it is, I didn't realize I couldn't accept an offer. Okay, yeah, I'll take Five Guys. Okay, I'll take this McDonald's run, but then I cancel it. I change my mind. Oh, it's that Five Guys? That's the worst one. I cancel it. And they just keep accepting and then canceling. You can't do that. That'll get you deactivated. Now, these apps will send you warnings. It kind of blows me away. Like they'll text you, they'll give you prompts in the app. They'll send you emails before they just like hard deactivate you. So please pay attention to that. Other apps, you can't miss shifts on Amazon Flex. You might not realize that. So Amazon Flex, I go to a warehouse and I deliver Amazon packages. If you're late by 5 minutes, you can be 15 minutes early, but you can't be 5 minutes late. They will deactivate you eventually. If you miss a shift, that's fine. It happens. I've missed shifts. But if you keep doing that, if you're lazy, it's like a regular job kind of thing. This is 1099, but like say you're in a regular job, you can't miss your shifts, you'll get deactivated. If you share accounts, if you buy accounts, if there's some kind of bot scraper to grab assignments or whatever it is, failing the real-time selfie ID checks, Walmart Spark's doing that more, DoorDash is doing that more, Uber Eats. Most of these apps, Amazon Flex has had that forever before you start your shift. If you fail any of that stuff, you're deactivated. And of course, please think about this, please. I know like it's nice not to have a boss and it gives you the sense of like, I'm in charge, I can do what I want. You still have to have basics of customer service and professionalism. I can't really do much for you if you are rude to people at the Amazon warehouse. Like you don't want the route and you're rude to them, you like yell at them. Or a merchant or a restaurant or rideshare passengers. This is my vehicle, get out, and you cause a scene. There's a way to handle that. This is coming from someone who worked in a customer service call center for 6 years. Because I remember when I did rideshare, there were rides and passengers that I had to refuse because they were just overly intoxicated. I remember one time they were like carrying the person to the vehicle. I can't safely transport you if you're that sick. So I just refused the ride. I said, hey, get him some water, take 10, 15 minutes, then get another ride. What about false deactivations though? That's the thing where it's not your fault. So typically we see it on food delivery. And I've had this on Uber Eats. I've had it, I think, maybe a bit on DoorDash, but you'll see it eventually. It was a hand it to me delivery. And I think I've had it on both. But a hand it to me delivery. So I verified the correct address by number, right? And then the PIN on the actual app itself. I made visual contact with the person that opened the front door of that home, handed it to them, marked as delivered or handed it to the customer. And then you get a notification and or call from support, whatever, saying they never got it. Now, yeah, there's a lot of different scenarios. I guess it could have been a roommate that stole it. It could have been an apartment complex, a different tenant where it looked like a home, but it was, converted to apartments. Now here, for instance, DoorDash has recently improved their deactivation appeals process, giving you updates, giving you an actual status to making a decision on that, which is good because clearly I don't want anyone to get deactivated for false claims. So there you might be forced to quit an app, but don't be afraid to submit an appeal, especially if you have screenshots and documentation. But let's talk about the last reason why tens of thousands of people have and will frankly continue to quit gig economy platforms. I try to give you a neutral stance here. And this is a very real reason that you should not feel bad about whatsoever. It's you found a better opportunity. So I quit DoorDash or Uber Eats or Lyft or whatever to find maybe a better gig app. Sure. That's what I try to help you uncover here, just better opportunities. But even just other stuff, even a W-2, a 9 to 5, whatever it is, overnights, whatever it is. Or even starting your own business. I've heard that as well. So don't be afraid to quit an app either for a bit. I mean, you don't have to always do it. You can just set it aside. You can go in there every now and then, see how the bonuses are looking, stuff like that. Typically, you can always come back to it because a lot of this work is transitory. It's temporary. It's part-time work. It's side hustle stuff, in this gig economy. Let's go back to this though. Remember, I asked you, are you driving more or less right now on gig apps? Basically, a third of people said more than usual. Another third said less than usual. And then the rest is split between about the same and then 21% saying, I don't even drive right now. But the numbers, you might be surprised about this, they're not going down. Uber just reported here in 2025 that they have the most earners, that's rideshare and delivery drivers, than they've ever had at 8.8 million. I don't want you to have to quit because something bad happened, a deactivation, the pay's not good enough. I try to help you with the latter here. But it could be a lot of different reasons. So let me answer that question from the beginning. Are you driving more, less, about the same, or are you just not driving at all?